everyone, I want to talk to you today about what we have in our Usborne collection to help you teach your child to read. First up is our very first reading set. This contains 15 hardback books, and this is set up as a full system to teach your child to read from start to finish. The first book, Pirate Pat, is a shared reading book. What that means is that the parent will read this part and the child will read this part. And each book focuses on just a few sounds, 4 or 5, and helps the children learn those sight words, those beginning sight words, and putting those sounds together into words that make sense. But since the parent is reading with them, the story can also make sense. So at the back there are 3 puzzles for them to work through, like retelling the story and matching the word to the picture and rhyming words. Once they've mastered this, they can move on to book 2 all the way up through book 7, and that will be shared reading the whole time. Once they get to book 8, the child will be reading on their own. So still simple sentences, all of the sounds that they've learned will be in the book, and then they will add new sounds in each book. And there are puzzles at the back as well. So there is a parent guide that goes along with it, which I love, great resource for you guys, that will talk to you about how to use the system. It will tell you about the sounds that are being introduced in each book, and even some words that may be unfamiliar, so that you can help your child to conquer those and not get frustrated. There's also a website, Teach Your Monster to Read, which has more games and phonics activities you can print off to further their reading development. Now, we've also added my very first reading library, which includes 50 books. They are paperback. But it has the parent guide, it has the step-by-step adding new sounds in each book, and it goes just a little bit further with 50 books. So I encourage you to check those out if your child is learning to read. Once they are reading, we have some great phonics books. Raccoon on the Moon is one of my favorites. It focuses on a sound as well, obviously O-O. It is a story that makes sense, which is not always the case with phonics readers. And really silly. My kids love this one. We have over 20 of these phonics readers, but the best deal is for you to get a combined volume. My favorite is Ted and Friends, because Ted and Friends also includes a CD, which we love to listen to in the car. So my little budding reader, my preschooler, is asked for this over and over. And it starts with the short A sounds, which is just what I did when I taught reading. And it moves through the short vowel sounds and then into some harder sounds like the AR sound or the OA sound. So this is a great one, 12 stories in this one. We also have Cow Takes a Bow, which is 6 stories. This one has some more complicated phonics in it, like OW and AI words, but still great for introducing those sounds and getting those readers reading. And we've just introduced Raccoon on the Moon in a combined volume of 6 stories, again with those more complicated phonics sounds. So check those out for your readers. We also have nonfiction for those young readers. Baby Animals is one of our new ones. You can see there's lots of picture with just a few words, but I love this for young readers because they want to read nonfiction so badly, but they don't have the skills yet to do it. So this is helping to introduce them to nonfiction in a confident and not frustrating way. So I love, love, love letting them introduce vocabulary and things that they're interested, like baby animals. We also have flowers, bugs, and dinosaurs, so good options in that. And finally, we have our dual readers. These are fantastic for early learners because there is a simple text at the top and more detailed text at the bottom, so they can read the top and you can read the bottom until they're confident enough to read the whole thing. So I love this because we have fairy tales, great for story elements, story structure, really rich literature. We also have princess stories in this one. And we have the complete book of Farmyard Tales. This one comes with a CD as well, which is not in here because it's in my car. My kids love this. The narrator is British, so that's delightful to listen to. And there are 20 stories in this collection. It's about a little family who lives on a farm and their animals, and they get into lots of little scrapes, and it's just so sweet. And my budding reader really loves to listen to these. And for the little tiny ones, 4 of the Farmyard Tales stories are train stories, and so they combine those into a little one called The Little Book of Train Stories, and it also comes with a CD, and my toddler loves to listen to these because it has great train noises in the background and animal noises in the background. But again, it's a dual reader with the simple text at the top and more detailed text at the bottom, so wonderful for those early readers. So I hope that helps you with your budding readers.